What's going on, YouTube? JT Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Batman Urban Legends #2. That's right, this is the second of the Batman Urban Legends anthology book. Last time there were several stories. There was a brilliant Red Hood storyline by Chip Zdarsky. The second part of that is in this issue here. That really should just be its own ongoing series because I find that to be absolutely amazing. There was one with Black Lightning. There was a little Harley Quinn type one-shot, and then there was one with Grifter. So a lot of those stories are still continued in here, aside from the Harley one that's replaced with a Barbara Gordon Oracle storyline, which was okay, but there's still some good stuff in here, especially the Red Hood stuff. I mean, it's not as gripping as the first issue, I want to say, but again, this is just because that initial one ended with such a banger, literally, that it has me excited to see where it goes from here. And again, there's still some really great stuff that it wrestles with. I mean, they're really, really doing some great Red Hood stuff in this issue, especially the Chip Zdarsky thing. And I just want to see a long ongoing with this thing because damn it, it's so good. So let's go ahead and talk about this thing. This is the Batman Urban Legends Anthology one. So we have several stories here. The main draw of this is the Red Hood and Batman one. The other stuff, the Outsiders one, yeah, it's okay. It's the second of the third part, which doesn't. It's just kind of there. I mean, I'm reading it. I like the characters involved in it, but it's fine. The Oracle one is okay. Um, it's kind of more reminiscing of Burnside Babs, which isn't the best interpretation of that character. And the last one is a Grifter storyline, which I admit is way better than the first part of the Grifter storyline. So again, that's a 5-part story arc. We have the Outsiders one, which is second or third parts, and then we have the brilliant, and I mean brilliant, Red Hood stuff going on by Chip Zdarsky. So I'm really excited to see where this thing goes from here. So let's go ahead and quickly summarize them. So the issue opens up where the ending of the last one was. Jason rescued a kid named Tyler, whose mom had just OD'd, and she's in critical condition. He went to go find his dad, who was also a drug dealer, and his dad was just this real piece of shit. It's like, that kid's just been a pain in my ass. I don't care if he lives or dies. I don't care about his mom. He was just an awful person. And then Jason just kind of snapped because it reminded him of his childhood and how his mom was a drug addict, and he had to deal with these real like shitbags growing up. And he's trying to protect this kid from going into the foster care system. And he's also going to feel responsible for orphaning him since he killed his dad. And again, he's in Gotham City. He made a pact not to kill people, and he killed the father of a child that he just rescued. And he's trying to protect this kid, keep him safe, but man, he just did a decision which he instantly regrets, and he's really haunted by it. He just kind of did a spur of the moment thing, and he's panicking. He's trying to talk to Barbara Gordon, and it really just hit him. He's just like, he just can't handle it. Like, what did he just do? And again, we get some brilliant flashbacks to Jason's childhood. He deals with this real shitbag who's giving his mom a fix, who tries to like threaten him with his life. Batman's out there. He's working this case for the drugs that Jason was apprehending. He comes to find out about that Jason Todd did something. We see Jason. He's with the kid, and he gives him his mask to play with. Again, he's wrestling with this decision that he just made. He's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I mean, I just killed this kid's dad, but his dad was an awful human being who was treating his son like shit, but it still was the kid's father. And he's wrestling with these decisions that he made. He's like, oh my God, did I just orphan this poor kid? He's like, I really hope his mom pulls through. He's like, that's his responsibility. He's like, I got to take care of him. And again, reminiscing back to Jason's past as a kid, a troubled kid, he got really violent, pushed this drug dealer guy down the stairs. The kid warns him about Batman's coming in. Again, the artwork is really good here too, really showing the facial expressions of Jason Todd. Batman shows up. Batman's like, you crossed the line, Jason. You just killed somebody. And he's like, I did what I had to do, basically. I warned you what would happen. They get into a fight. Jason preaching about morals. Again, there's this kid here. Batman was kind of in this place the whole time. And they continue their fight. Again, please read this thing because it's so good. And Jason ends up getting beaten down by Batman. And then this little kid comes to protect him. And Batman's just kind of shocked because, again, Batman didn't see him. He's like, hey, it's okay. He's like, it's okay, Red Hood. Everything's fine. And Jason's hugging this kid. And now Batman's left in a interesting position at the end of this thing. Again, God, this Red Hood storyline is so good. It's the best part of Batman Urban Legends by far. And I'm like, I want to keep reading this thing. Yeah, this is only the second chapter of it, or second issue of it, and it's already like the most interesting Red Hood storyline of the past couple of years. So, and again, this is only the second part, so please check out Urban Legends for this thing. I know I just spoiled the whole thing, but god damn, is it good. The next storyline is Ghost in the Machine. This one's by Cecil Castellucci. It's about Barbara Gordon just kind of trying to essentially take Oracle on the go. She's got a new uniform, new get up. So I'm like, is she Batgirl? Is she Oracle? I don't know. She kind of contacts other members of the Bat family. We have Stephanie Brown, Nightwing's there. I guess that's Cassandra Cain in the yellow now, right? I think so. Again, they don't show their face. She's kind of doing everything on the go, trying to track down this basically like the other version, like Oracle's kind of rival right here, and she kind of does her thing. She eventually tracks her down, and that's pretty much the story in a nutshell. Just a quick little one shot of Oracle just kind of on the go testing new equipment. It was okay, nothing all that amazing or anything like that. The follow up storyline after that is a storyline with Metamorpho and Black Lightning. So they're off trying to find Katana, who confronts the mother of her husband, who was, of course, trapped in the Soul Sword. And she's kind of wrestling with the thing. She's trying to do everything she can to bring her husband back. And she feels really guilty about what happened. And then, uh, her husband, Masayo's mom, about the whole thing. So she's having kind of this little conflict going on there. And while that's going on, Black Lightning's trying to save him. They're giving hints about their little relationship going on. Metamorph was talking about. It's like, oh, so that's what you're calling it. Tetsu and I have been friends. We're spending a lot of time together training for what's next. Oh, is that what you kids are calling it now? So again, one of the things you've kind of noticed, and again, they kind of ends on a bit of a cliffhanger leading into the next thing. Really quick, not enough time to really kind of get into it. I kind of wish they were just a little bit longer storylines. I enjoyed Batman and the Outsiders by Brian Everett Hill. I thought that was really good. I think it was like 15 or 16 issues in that story arc, but it was a really solid one with some solid writing all around. And it was more about the Outsiders. Batman was in there, but he wasn't in there quite frequently. And again, like Black Lightning was there, Duke was there, Cassandra Cain was there, Jefferson was there, Tatsu was there, Katana. And in that book, there was kind of this growing bond and friendship between Katana and Black Lightning. It wasn't romantic or anything like that. It stayed platonic, but you got hints that there was kind of something going on a little bit there, maybe just a little bit. So maybe something will come of it. I don't know. I like their dynamic. I like how they were written together and Batman and the Outsiders. So we'll see what happens from there. But I'm interested to see where the next batch ends. And then the final storyline is the second part of the Grifter one. I thought the first part was just kind of okay. The second part was more my cup of tea. And Grifter, I put it kind of made me. I was thinking about what kind of character who he reminded me of so much, and now it just kind of hit me. He reminds me a lot of Martin Riggs from Lethal Weapon. If I could put a character down that kind of best matches who Grifter reminds me of, it's Martin Riggs from Lethal Weapon. He's a tough son of a bitch. He's reckless. He drinks or he takes his pills. He's a smartass. He's very flirty, very kind of unhinged a bit at times. He is Martin Riggs. So there's definitely some funny stuff going on in this issue too, and just kind of those things that like you'd expect like a Martin Riggs type character to do. So again, issue opens up. He's there with Lucius Fox, or was it Lucius Fox? Yeah, Lucius Fox, who was talking to him about like how he survived his little accident there, and finds out his brother died. He's there. He's rescuing him. Lucius gets taken away in an ambulance, which turns out to be led by the Leviathan. So I guess that's tying into that storyline going on. Because again, we got that whole event Leviathan checkmate or whatever the hell it is coming out in June. So again, there's little teases and bits of the Foundation going on there. So he goes in there, he saves them. He ends up back in the hospital. He's like, oh, take one of these pills every now and then. So he just douses the whole bottle. Again, it's more played for comedic effect. There's this woman who comes in, and he's flirting with her constantly. Turns out that's his new boss. Womp, womp, womp. Oh, did you just do that? You got to act appropriately. You're reckless, man. You're a reckless son of a bitch. But you're our guy, so we got to put you in place. Again, it just reminds me so much of those types of characters you'd see, like the tough beat cop who's kind of a rebel loner type deal. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff, so I definitely had a little bit of fun with that. There were some funny bits in that storyline too. Then a few nights later, he comes across Toyman, and then the Red Hood shows up. They get into a bit of a scuffle. Red Hood's like, you killed Nora Freeze and all that, and he's like, I didn't kill Nora Freeze. What the hell is Nora Freeze? And they get into a little fight. Grifter ends up winning because Jason Todd just mistimed the train. So I guess this must take place before that whole Chip Zdarsky thing, because there's two Red Hood storyline. There's two things with Red Hood in this issue. So I'm going to say that this one takes place before that storyline because again, I don't know where that Chip Zdarsky one's gonna go, but man, is it so good and has me like fascinated. Because if that's the case, then Jason Todd could even like get kind of booted out of there because he just killed somebody, or is Batman gonna tolerate that because that's one of his sons? So we'll see where it goes from here. Again, Batman Urban Legends 2. I think overall it's probably like I don't know, like I really liked issue 2 even more so in some ways than issue 1. Again, the first part of the Zdarsky one, the Red Hood storyline, I thought was better because I mean the second part it's a continuation of that, so it's still really really good. But that first one just ended in like it was so much more emotional. But this one, it ends in a fashion where you're just wondering exactly where it's going to go from here. And like, is Jason Todd going to kind of like take on a kid of his own, a kid who father he just killed? Is he ever going to have to tell him what happened? That's gonna be really tough to tell to this kid. You can't tell him because it's going to break this kid's entire being. He's like, I have to, I got to protect this kid. I got to keep him safe. And Batman's like, what are you going to do? Raise this kid as your own? Again, there's so many like different possibilities where the storyline can go from here. And I absolutely can't wait to read about it because I am really, really enjoying Batman Urban Legends. It's become a nice big surprise for me personally, especially the Red Hood stuff. Again, read it for the Red Hood stuff. It's really, really good. So I ain't got too many major complaints about Batman Urban Legends number 2. I think overall it's probably a stronger issue than the first one because I enjoyed the grifters. I mean, the first one, it was really just kind of the Red Hood thing that I liked. This other one, like, there was nothing really bad about it. I thought the grifter second part was stronger than the first. So I guess overall, more of the issue is better in that sense. But that first issue kind of had that really strong ending with that Red Hood stuff. Again, I'm just talking about the Red Hood thing. I mean, everything else is, it's kind of there, but like nothing can match like how good the Red Hood stuff is. So, what are your thoughts on Batman Urban Legends number 2? Let me know in the comment sections down below. Be sure to hit that bell for notifications, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content. Thank you all so much for watching this. I also got the Joker comic book review coming up right after this. I'm recording them both simultaneously. And yeah, I got some more videos coming up this week. So thank you all so much for watching this. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.